With me right now is Joe Churchill. How you doing?
Doing very good, thank you.
Joe's with Spin Screed, and you've got some new applications here we want to talk about.
Absolutely. When the contractors are screeding a wide piece of concrete, say it's 40 feet wide and they only have a 20-foot screed.
Right.
What they have to do is they have to set a screed pipe in the middle of the concrete.
Sure.
And then screed one side. Once that's done, they screed the other side, and then they pull the pipe out. When they pull a pipe out, and this is a typical size pipe, when they pull the pipe out, it leaves a big void.
That's right.
And so they have to pitch the concrete back in there, maybe jitterbug it, level it out before you can finish it. In my case,
another extra step.
This is an extra step, and it takes time and hence money. And also, it's not quite as flat as it was before you pulled the pipe out.
Right.
In my case, I replaced the pipe with just a narrow steel bar, and so I reduced the fill volume by 85%.
Right.
Huge reduction in the fill volume. As a result, then you can just run a bull float across it, and the void is filled. You don't have to pitch any concrete back there.
So then you lead this into the concrete?
No, this comes out.
Okay.
And this is held by what we call our support system.
Okay.
So you have to get some kind of piece of we use a 3/4 inch thin wall conduit.
All right.
They drive that in the ground. They use this tool right here to drive that in the ground.
Okay.
You set your string. This is the final grade of the concrete.
Sure.
This is driven 2 inches below that. Once that's driven in the ground, then you take one of these U-bends. We call them U-bends. We make those, and you insert that in this pipe.
Okay.
And then that U-bend sticks up in the concrete. This is an insertion tool that we use to insert that U-bend.
Okay.
It's got a little stop mechanism there.
All
It sets it just at the right height.
Sure.
So once that's set at just the right height, then you just drop in a steel bar.
Okay.
And that's, instead of a pipe, we've got the steel bar.
I got
so
you.
we much less volume. Now when we're done screeding, then we'll pull this pipe out. The gap is so small, you just run a bull float across it and fill it. That's why we call it the float fill screed support system.
So then this remains in,
this remains in the concrete.
This can be pulled?
This could be pulled if they wanted to. What it amounts to is, if you look at that, it ends up 3/4 inch below the top of the concrete.
Right.
So when you run a bull float or a power trowel or anything, you leave it right there.
You don't have to mess with it.
It's almost like a piece of rebar left in the concrete.
And so you've basically reduced the number of steps involved with the screed process by what, 4 or 5?
Well, it's definitely a simpler system, and it's a less expensive system. These U-bends are very easy to build.
And your net result is?
A robotic machine builds these, and they toss them out thousands. So we can sell them real cheap.
Making them like toothpicks.
And then this stuff here, this conduit, they just pick up from Home Depot or some electrical supplier.
Right.
This stuff right here is just a hot rolled steel. Again, they pick that up from, say, their steel supplier. And you can buy it in 20-foot lengths. Another nice thing about this system is a lot of times you'll have maybe 36 feet or something to screed.
Okay.
And you got 2 of these bars, and they're each 20 feet long. Well, this system allows you to set them on the same U-bend, and let them bypass each other. You don't have to cut your steel. Like 2 pipes. If you wanted the pipes to go from one end to the other without interruption,
can you imagine how wide that would be?
You'd have to cut the pipe.
Yeah,
you see?
Sure, absolutely.
This thing, you just let them bypass each other, and you don't have to cut the steel. So it saves money. This is pretty cheap steel. It's just hot rolled steel.
Yeah.
It's off the shelf. This stuff is off the shelf, and then of course we hope they buy the U-bends from Spin Screed.
Okay.
And the applicator tool and the driver, and our initial price is just $100 for 100 of these, and the 2 applicator tools.
That's
another
great innovation.
We like things simple.
I'll say, absolutely.
We like it simple.
Keep it simple.
Exactly.
Joe Churchill with Spin Screed. It's a pleasure.
Thank you much.
Glad you came by with your new innovative product here.
Glad to show it off.
This is going to save guys a lot of time, money, and certainly a lot of effort.
That's the whole name. That's the name of the game.
Boy, is it ever.
You got to do it faster, do it better, and make more money.
Glad you came by.
Thank you
Thanks
much.
a lot.
Appreciate that.
And we'll continue on here with World of Concrete 2012, so don't go away.